हाय एवरीवन, जय हिंद, जय भारत, जय माता दी। एंड राजीव कौशिक सर हमारे साथ हैं सर। एंड सर अभी आई एम 38 ईयर्स ओल्ड। मेरे बहुत सारे बैचमेट्स हैं, कोई 37 38 इसी एज के हैं। काफ़ी सारे लोग हैं जो कि सेलिंग छोड़ चुके हैं अभी, और काफ़ी सारे लोग हैं जो कि अब वर्ज पे सेलिंग छोड़ने के। किसी को सेलिंग पसंद भी है, देन ऑल्सो दे आर लिविंग सेलिंग बिकॉज फैमिली प्रेशर है भाई, बच्चों को टाइम देना है, बच्चे बड़े हो रहे हैं एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स हैपनिंग। तो सर कोई एग्जाम्पल बताइए सर जहाँ पर आपको लगा कि दिस पर्सन मेड द राइट चॉइस एट द राइट टाइम। एंड दूसरी स्टोरी में बताइए कि क्या पैरामीटर्स पे एक सेलर को सेलिंग छोड़ सकता है अगर छोड़ना चाहे तो।
सबसे पहले तो ये बताएंगे कि आज हमने जो शूटिंग का डिसाइड किया है वो इतनी अच्छी लोकेशन पे इसलिए किया है कि थोड़ा सबको चेंज मिल सके।
ये कार्ड सर की है, मैं पहले बता दूं।
नहीं नहीं ओके, तो देखो बात बड़ी अच्छी है और एस्पिरेशंस सबके होते हैं और शो में भी होते हैं और यहाँ भी होते हैं। एवरीबडी वांट्स टू मूव अहेड और ये फैक्ट है कि अ पर्सन ग्रोज ऑन basis of challenges and those challenges come from human beings, other people, और तभी उसके हिसाब से एक पर्सनल ग्रोथ होती है। तो नेचुरली एवरीबडी हैज़ अ राइट टू कम अशोर एंड सो शुड द शिपीज। और ऐसे बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल्स हैं जिसमें कि लोगों ने, जो हम डिसाइड भी करेंगे, जिसमें लोगों ने छोड़ा, बाद में पछताए, छोड़ा पछताए नहीं लेकिन खुश रहे, and some of them did a very good job about it. They actually went about and did some good courses. तो इन सब की जो पैरामीटर्स हैं उनको थोड़ा ध्यान में रखना चाहिए। एंड लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द फैक्ट जो कि अभी पिछले सर्वे से निकल के आया है, जो हम लोगों ने किया था, कि अब an average person who's becoming a third officer and a fourth engineer is about 27 years of age. Now give him another 10 years to become a master or a chief engineer. That means he will be about 37 by that time and could be your age also. आप कितने एज में बने?
30 सर, मैं थोड़ा जल्दी बन गया था।
कितने?
सर 32 के आसपास।
32 के आसपास, ठीक है। तो आजकल शायद वो ऐसा ना हो पाए। तो अब सबसे पहली बात ये आ जाती है कि जब आप शोर में जॉब लेने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं तो आपके पैरामीटर्स पूरे चेंज हो जाते हैं। हम लार्जली जो भी कहें, शिपिंग की जो इनकम होती है, जो सैलरी होती है, दिस इज लार्जली गारंटीड, है ना, जबकि शोर में आकर हर समय कुआं खोदना और पानी पीने वाली बात होती है। सेकेंड थिंग इज योर सैलरी सडनली बिकम टैक्सेबल। इफ यू आर इन इंडिया, द टैक्स इज देयर, द लिविंग एक्सपेंसेस आर देयर। इफ यू आर सेटलिंग अब्रॉड एनीवेयर, सिंगापुर, हांगकॉन्ग, दुबई, यूएस और यूके, वहाँ के अपने टैक्सेस हैं। ऑफ कोर्स द सैलरी मे बी इन दैट वे, but it has largely been seen that once you start working on shore, up to 7 to 8 years, there is no chance of saving any money. So there is no chance of any investment. So सबसे पहले तो इंसान को यही ध्यान में रखना चाहिए कि क्या तो उसकी liabilities हैं, can he take that leap of faith to leave and not come back. So उसके लिए naturally उसके पास में एक corpus होना चाहिए. So instead of defining it by age, you cannot define it by age. You can certainly define it by rank. Then one of the most common views which people have is that since I am a master or I am a chief engineer, I should only become a marine superintendent or ship manager or fleet manager or a technical superintendent. ये normally लोगों की सोच होती है। मुझे इस सोच में थोड़ा सा एतराज़ है। मुझे इस सोच में इसलिए एतराज़ है बिकॉज ये मेरा पर्सनल व्यू है which everybody should not take. But मुझे इसमें एतराज़ इसलिए है because I feel this is the shorter way out. It is the easier way out. आप अपने आप को चैलेंज नहीं करना चाह रहे हैं। ये आपका एक ख्वाब है कि मुझे एक शोर जॉब लेना चाहिए। आपको उसकी ज़रूरत है, ये नहीं पता है। आपने फैमिली से उसके बारे में पूछा, आपको ये भी नहीं पता है। Because there are a lot of people. Let's talk about this master who was a master in one of the very famous companies. Let's call it Maersk Tankers. Or he did contact me before going, and I gave him a balanced view of both, that he should or he should not, because how can I take a decision for him? But all the same, since he came to take advice from me, I told him, I said, this is the thing you will face there and this is the thing you will not face there.
Can you please elaborate on that if possible?
Yes. So I told him that सबसे पहली बात तो यही है कि आपके सेविंग्स जो है नहीं होंगे, और ऑलमोस्ट वैसा ही हुआ है। there have been no savings. Unfortunately, in between there was a lockdown also. He went to Singapore. So because of the lockdown, he suffered in a different way. So अभी कुछ दिनों के पहले क्या हुआ है, दो महीने पहले, that the company closed down, closed its office in Singapore, and he's without a job in Singapore. He was given 1 or 2 months, and so I am trying to help him out in whatever more modest means I have and contacts. But you see, he got caught. At the same time, there was another person about 4 years elder to him, also a master on tankers, and I told him the same thing. I said, at this age, that he was little beyond 40, I said, now if you try to go there, see at your family condition. He has one child, and the child was about to go to college. So what are you gaining out of this? Are you really growing personally? Do you think you'll grow personally? So he took the advice and he did not go there. And he considers himself to be better off by not quitting. Now let me give you also example of lot of youngsters who at the level of second officer gave up sailing because they were invited on shore to join shore office. Maybe they applied or they did not. So a lot of people in the early 2004, 5, 6, they joined Maersk Tankers. And that time the company was growing, and one of them, he was a second mate, joined ashore, and he was just an office assistant. He actually, you know the name, he became the CEO of Maersk Tankers. But what people did not know was that the moment he landed in Singapore, he enrolled for a MBA, in whatever course it was, and he successfully completed that, and he must have communicated with the company, and he immediately moved up. And after following his example, most of the youngsters, they were fourth engineers, they were third engineers who quit and joined ashore, and they all became very senior superintendents. Now, why were they successful? Because they were young, they were roaring to do and achieve something different. They moved little different. They opted for a higher qualification which was not specific to shipping. So, and they had the adaptability, because when you are in your 20s, you have that adaptability to change. Maybe they did not have a big family, so there were no big expenses also. I cannot talk about segregated examples, but I'm sure that there were at least 10 people who did that.
I know many people, sir.
Yes.
Many fourth engineers, many third engineers.
Correct. So why does it happen? Why does it happen at that age? Because adaptability is there.
रिस्क कम है, रिस्क they can take risk because they don't have any expenses. वाइफ का प्रेशर नहीं है, बच्चों का प्रेशर है, खर्चे नहीं है.
I will put it in the word of adaptability.
Okay,
Because when after 10 years you get into the habit of drawing a large salary without really any risk to your profession otherwise, you know this much is coming. So at the back of your mind, you want a similar job, which is like steady, and that's what a marine superintendent or a ship superintendent or a technical superintendent job is. He may become the fleet manager, he may become the highest, what I don't even know the post they have nowadays, but his job will essentially remain the same. He will be answering to the same people on ship, he will be replying to the same mails or solving the same problems. There is no change.
And that is why there is a lot of stagnancy. Also, growth भी बहुत कम है, sir.
Correct. So जब हम shore की बात करते हैं, you have to decide. Another shore job which in our time, when I was still not a chief engineer, which used to happen was the technical chief or the technical VP of the 5-star hotels and the 5-star hotel groups. I don't know how it is today, but that time there was no 5-star hotel, even though that time they had very less 5-star hotels. They did not have any hotels where there were no marine engineers who were the chief engineers. They were the technical VP of Hyatt was my batchmate. So there was a job. Now they are 5-star hotels have almost become 4 times and 5 times. So there's a kind of job there. You can move up there, but you have to, in conjunction with that, you have to also upgrade your qualification. To put it in short, you have to see this thing in 3 perspectives. First is you have to gauge yourself. Why do you want to quit and you want to take up a shore job? आप क्यों लेना चाहते हैं? क्यों एक सेटल्ड लाइफ को आप क्यों चेंज करना चाहते हैं? दूसरा, आपकी फैमिली जो एनवायरनमेंट है, जो मिल्यू है, क्या वो उसको अलाउ करता है? क्या वो बाहर जाकर रहने में खुश होंगे? When I was doing shipbuilding in Japan for my company, I was the youngest chief engineer who went ashore at 36 to do shipbuilding. And I replaced a 76-year-old Italian who was a steel expert. I didn't know anything about shipbuilding. and I didn't like the job either. मुझे कोई पसंद नहीं था. But towards the end of it, I was getting a lot of other offers. So I asked my wife. I said, now I am getting options ashore, and I can settle. We can settle wherever you want. My daughter was less than 8 years that time. We learnt Japanese together before I went to Japan. So I asked her, I said, what is your opinion? By that time, she had already been 2-3 times on ship. Both of them said, we are not interested in moving out of India. And I was not interested in working on shore in India. So the choice was very simple.
Sailing.
Because you all are converging on the same point. Now this point we will further take in another video when we will discuss the role of the children in the family, in shaping the family. Not family shaping the children, but children shaping the family, which is a very important thing which most of the Indians, they miss out. But then there is this. So this is the second point, that you should compare with the family, that whether my family wants the same thing which I want. Are they interested in going abroad and settling down, or are they interested in me settling down? Because there was recently a question about a person who is a pilot in one of the Indian ports, and he found that I am getting a chance to be a pilot abroad. And what do you suggest? Now, I don't know the job of a pilot in India, and apparently even if he settled abroad, he was not really going to come back to India, but he wants to settle in Dehradun. So he says, should I take up that job, or should I not take up that job, or should I keep sailing? Because at just about 40, he's not even, I think he's just about 40, and he says he's capable of sailing only 3 to 4 months in a year. He's happy with that. So the choice is very simple. His family doesn't want to go to this foreign country, foreign port. He doesn't like the job in India as a pilot, and he's happy sailing 3 to 4 months. If he sails for 4 months, he's about 20 days salary will go as taxes, or maybe 1 month salary will go as taxes, and he's happy. So the choice becomes very simple. You see, now at a given time, I have given you the example of 3 people.
So now I'll give you some case studies. You tell me yes or no. We'll keep it like this.
Can I talk about myself first?
Chaliye sir.
I was barely 2 years after I did my became a chief engineer. This was 97, 98, and the same thing came into me also, because I was again 34. Yeah, I was 33, 34 years old, and that thing came that I should also join something very good and distinctive, because you know you're very happy that at 30 you become a chief engineer. So now you say, okay, what can I do? So you thought about joining Lloyd's. So I applied to Lloyd's and I got selected, and I started working there. But on the first day I came to know that I've not been selected to the shipping. I've been selected to the industrial. So I was having to go into remote locations in India in buses and whatnot, taxis and all that. So I didn't like the job, and I left it in maybe 4 or 5 weeks. I didn't even take the salary. So recently I met my earlier boss from Lloyd's, and he said, I think I remember you. I said, please don't try to remember me because I didn't like. So you see, there are people who love sea, and we'll go about to your question now.
Okay. Sir, I am, right now, the question is, I am 27 years old. I am a third engineer, first contract. I don't have much corpus. I have just corpus of say around 14 to 15 lakhs. No liabilities from parent side. No liabilities, nothing. Can I quit sailing if I want to go for MBA or something like that? Should I? I have the capability to crack MBA for a good college, and I can go for that. Should I?
Okay. Now that brings to me to another point. In the beginning of the century, in 2000, 2001, 2002, I went on a mission. There were a lot of these navigating officers and engineers who were brilliant. And because, you know, these people were coming from Chanakya, they were coming from Mary and other engineering colleges, and Tolani also. And I felt they did not belong to this place. 1 or 2 of them were also chief officers. So I took it as a mission to force them out of shipping. And because the chief officers did not have a degree, because they came from earlier Rajendra, they did not have a degree. So for them, I came upon 2 colleges. One was SUNY, New York, State University of New York, and one was University of Maine in US. These were the 2 universities which, on the basis of your existing qualification in Merchant Navy and your experience of 7-8 years, they were willing to take you in port logistics and port management and logistics. So 2 or 3 people went there, and one had the good sense of replying to me after 10 years. So they are doing well. Other people I would not like to name them, but one of them is actually with a very high-profile brokerage in Gurgaon. Two of them are into emerging renewable energy related to that, and they did their MBA from. And I also the first batch of ISB Hyderabad had 3 people from Chanakya, whom out of which 2 people I am very proud to say that I pushed out from shipping. But like you see, all of them were second mates. Maybe one of them was third mate also. That time I had not started talking about how much
Finance.
money you have, but they took that risk. They did ISB course, which is expensive nowadays, 35-40 lakhs, and they did. I have heard that some of them were not happy after coming here, and they thought being in shipping would have been better. But then that is a question we can always take or not take, because one is never happy. So now it depends upon the aggressiveness. Firstly, the qualifications. We all want something, but are we capable of it? Can these people take something on? Because in the present milieu, as we stand in 23, I am talking about something 20 years earlier and 21 years earlier. Today, the qualification is becoming outdated in 2 years. Did you, our cameraman, the camera person is Ritik, who is excellent at his job, right? So we should ask him, did he hear about ChatGPT 2 years before? So in 2 years, there are people whose job ChatGPT is ready to do. It's not that ChatGPT will remove any jobs, but ChatGPT will try to bring about the AI that we are talking about. It will make people change the jobs. Are you ready to fall into that category? The problem is that we are so caught in the WhatsApp and Instagram that we are not ready to reskill ourselves. Merchant Navy, your job in any of the marine institutes and your qualification as a DOT certificate, what we get, the second mates or third officers or chief engineers and masters, it gives you a possibility of doing well in shipping. तो हम जिस चीज़ के लिए हम DMET में या अभी जो चाणक्य है उसमें जो हम स्किल किए जाते हैं, we do that job on board. With that qualification, if we think that that is sufficient for us to continue on shore, I think आज के milieu में that is a very big mistake. You see, there was a recession in the 70s because of the Iran-Iraq war. उसकी वजह से जॉब नहीं थे. हम भी जब पास आउट हुए थे तो हमारे उसमें there were about 20 jobs on paper, but actually there were only 17 jobs. So the college only passed out 25-26 people. बाकी सबको सप्लीमेंट्री दे दी थी कि अभी ये दोबारा एग्जाम होंगे. किस चीज़ में एग्जाम होंगे? ओरल वगैरह में. एनीवे, दैट्स नॉट द मेन थिंग. हमसे सीनियर्स भी जो थे उनको भी जॉब नहीं मिले थे, स्पेशली इन डेक साइड. सो देयर आर स्टोरीज गैलोर कि कैसे लोगों ने जॉब उस समय सफ़र किया है एंड व्हाट ऑल दे डिड, बट हमें उसकी नहीं देखनी है, हमें तो सक्सेस स्टोरीज देखनी है. तो 79 से 80 पास आउट में जो लोगों को जॉब नहीं मिला था, कुछ लोगों ने उसमें इंडिया टुडे में इंटरव्यूज़ दिए और देयर वाज अ स्टोरी कवर्ड व्हिच केम आउट व्हेन आई वाज इन DMET फर्स्ट ईयर. बट व्हाट डिड अदर पीपल डू? दे डिड ग्रेजुएशन. आफ्टर दैट दे अपीयर्ड फॉर सिविल सर्विसेज. 2 of them are IAS officers now. One is a IRS officer. Even though हमारे टाइम में by the time we passed out, the jobs had started coming in. But my previous batch did not get a job. Not all of them. But finally, they did get. So, even in that, a lot of people, they appeared for GMAT, and they went abroad. Even my batch, they went abroad. The DGP of Himachal Pradesh is my 1-year senior, Sanjay Kundu. And हम लोग बड़े फ़ख्र से, मैं इस बात को कहता हूँ कि उसने हमें फिजिकली फिट रहना सिखाया. Now he is physically fit or not, I cannot say I should not say on the video, but it is a success story. But he didn't become by the qualification that he gained in DMET. He reskilled himself. So he worked hard at that. So when we talk about shore job, and this is for all of you, when we talk about shore job, it is not only about becoming a technical superintendent for an engineer or a marine superintendent for a captain. You have to think beyond that. Even if you want to stay in shipping and work in related areas, you will have to reskill yourself. You will have to do some further qualification, further studies to match yourself in the present milieu. I can't even say which milieu. I can't even say which post. But you will have to. It is not possible with the qualifications that on board. And if you think just because you have a 10 years master's experience or you have a 5 years chief engineer's experience that you should take up a short job, you will get a job in keeping with that. And your future will also be in keeping with that. Yes, you can go and take up a short job in the office, but then at the same time you need to enhance your qualification. There is a friend of mine who actually was in a classification company, and then he went to this company to become a technical superintendent, and he's one of the senior most in this company. But he is India's authority in matters of maritime regulations. People from all aspects of life, they ask his advice, they take his advice. I'm talking about Government of India representatives. When they need something, the DG asks him that what is his opinion. So this is the way. You have to build your own qualification, you have to build your own skills. You cannot depend upon your class 1 license or master's license that it will get you a job. It might, but that is only the place it will take. So there is no point in actually talking about people. There are people who have done excellently well. Like I have given you at least 10 names in shipping who have done well. And of course, there are people who want to start business. They have started business. There is a person who in Dehradun who runs an institute.
But he is not successful right now. I'm telling you right now. I'm waiting for getting.
Now, if you want to, if your parameter about success is again your turnover and your return on capital and your return on equity
So
employed,
that, I think
that may take some time. You see, but then again I will say that one should never give up, because sometimes it has happened in life that the point at which people give up, just around the corner the success was waiting for you, but you did not see because you did not want to turn the corner.
बस सर यही स्टोरी सुन के मैं अभी I'm not going back on ship अभी.
That is okay. So this is the thing that is there. And anything else?
Sir, so long story short, if I'm putting it, summing it right, sir, if you are young, you should take risk, but you should back it up with persistence, hard work, and try to upskill yourself with something new that you can learn.
And continuous upskill.
Continue. जैसे sir एक example I will add now. Captain Bjorn Haggard, sir. I have interviewed it. He's on my YouTube channel. He is the CEO of Anglo-Eastern. Sir, he was sailing with Maersk. He became a chief officer. Did some shore job at Maersk, learned something, upskilled himself, did his MBA, everything, then became a captain because he always wanted to become a captain. After again went for shore job, started upskilling himself, waited for the right opportunity, reached up to a optimum level in Maersk, then switched over to Anglo-Eastern. Today he's a CEO of Anglo-Eastern over there. First, before that he became CEO of Univan, so it's a big thing. So even shippies are doing that.
Yes, yes.
Just keep upskilling.
Yes, yes. And even we know of so many good superintendents, marine superintendent, the technical superintendent, I don't know which company is that they have actually procured means not as a ship management, they have bought 200 ships. And this fellow is a technical superintendent, technical manager. I mean, he's a senior one now. So anyway, that's news for you.
I will have to know the name, sir. Okay, that is good. So now guys, this video is over. In the next video, we're going to talk about another case study, where now the person in concern is around 32 years old, just first sail as a captain or a chief engineer. Let us see what he has to do.